human beings and I'm high. What's a mob to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything? Let me get out of line. Alright, alright.
Good morning and welcome to the Summit Center West Rink out in Abbotsford, British Columbia for this morning matchup between the Junior Ooks and the Vancouver Aeros, the 14U FSL division. Today's officials are representing the Silent Ice Referee Academy that can take you from the FSL to the BCHL and beyond to the pro game. Here are today's officials. We have referees Colleen Butler and Brad McEwen, along with linesman Wyatt Kemp and Nathan Candler. These two teams sit 1 and 2 right now in the 14U FSL division. As time winds down on the warm-ups here. All right, as we get set now, yes, these two teams, 1 and 2, Vancouver, I believe just with the edge over the Ooks. Two points ahead of the Junior Ooks, so they also have a game in hand on them. Vancouver with a record of 23-4-0-1. Well, the Junior Ooks, 23-4-0-3 rather. We're looking at the wrong column. For the Ooks, it's 23-5-0-1. Now for starting goaltenders, in net for Vancouver, it will be Sophia Sanga, number 35. While for the Ooks, it will be Maddox Moore in between the pipes. The Aeros in burgundy, skating from left to right. Burgundy with white and yellow trim. The Ooks, white, skating from right to left in the navy and yellow trim as Sandhu gets the puck in for the Aeros off the draw. White across to Sandhu, that's towards the net of Moore. Back to collect is Papa Christopoulos. She gets it up to Miller, chips it forward and then into the Vancouver zone. Sent across there by Beauchamp. It's back and collected by Smitke for the Ooks. Klaus across. Charest sends it forward up to Kylie Bonnet. She chases it into the corner. She's checked though by Claire Carger. It was picked up there by Annalyn Burney. Turned over though to Clara Harms. And it gets back into the Aeros zone. Both teams battling for space in the neutral zone right now. It's picked up by Sailor Benzie. Sent up the ice there by Arya Sangera. Sent back though by Maya Varani. Shot there from Madden Critchley goes into the glove, and Sanga holds on for the whistle. Face off to the right of Sanga. It's picked up there. Sent in by Edwards. Gunter can't clear past Lauren McDermott. McDermott's shot gloved by Sanga, who holds on for the whistle. 2:02 gone so far in this first period. Still scoreless between the two leading teams in the FSL 14U division. Evie White in to take the face-off in the defensive zone. It is won, though, by the Ooks. Collected in the corner. Rushing the net there was Olivia Bilston. Coming the other way, though, Serena Walgy gets it into the zone for Vancouver. Papa Christopoulos sends it around the boards. Gets cleared back into the Aeros zone. No icing, say the linesman. Isla McDonald gets it over to Evie White. Aria Manhas poking it forward. She sends it across center ice. It's left to the side of the net there by Moore. Pass through from Kylie Bonnet. That gets cleared, and that'll be an icing against the Ooks. So we'll head back down into their zone. 2:59 gone so far. Now in this first period, still scoreless. This weekend, the last 14U showcase out here in BC before playoffs start in a couple weeks. For the regional championships, it'll be Langley, Victoria, and Vancouver are also all in action here this weekend as Klaus races in. She got checked off the puck by Carger. It gets back out though to Charest. The Ooks wraparound chance there for Klaus. No one in front to steer it behind Sanga. It's collected in the corner there by Tikachuk. Stolen away though, Annalyn Burney sends that down in the Ooks zone. It's poked out by Ella Charest. Tikachuk gets it out to the line, and bringing it back in is Lauren McDermott for the Ooks. She races down. That's knocked down. I think they went off the mask there of Sanga. It's knocked out of the zone by Dosanjh. McDermott over to Critchley there. But that shot stopped by Sanga, who holds on for the whistle. .45 here to go in the first period. Critchley tries to get the puck off the draw and send it towards the net. Can't get the shot off there. Claire Carger clears to the boards. Gunter getting it up to Sailor Benzie. It's batted down by Macy Smith, but taken back the other way by Okremjuk. Isla Gunter. Madden Critchley gets it into the zone for the Ooks. battle in the near boards and the corner of the Aeros zone. Gets up to Clara Harms at the line. She sends it back down low to Abby Miller. Miller goes behind the net. Looking for a lane, gets back up to Harms. Harms shot. Blockered away there by Sanga. Went on to the tape there of Olivia Bilston. And the Aeros take it back. It's cleared out by Salem Benzie. Turned over though, and bringing it back in is Clara Harms. Harms shot that got deflected, I believe, there off of Sandu. Heads back around the boards. Klaus tangling with Walgie along the boards. It gets cleared out and down the ice by the Aeros, but that'll be an icing against Vancouver. Nearly 6 minutes gone so far in this first period. Still scoreless between the Junior Ooks and the Vancouver Aeros. You're watching 14U FSL Hockey on Silent Ice TV. Thank you for joining us this Friday morning, live out here in Abbotsford. Serena Walgie sending it around the boards. It's collected Bella Sandu back the other way to Walgie. Gets to Arya Manhas. Long shot there from Tukachuk is stopped by Sanga. She had some trouble with it, but is able to hold on for the whistle. Face off to the left of Sanga. Lost his own time here to start this one for the Ooks. Okramchuk rushing the net. That's poked away by Sanga. It's back around the boards though from Maya Varani. And it gets cleared down the ice. McDermott blocked there by Yu. Bernie comes up with it for Vancouver. She gets it back up to McDonald. McDonald through traffic. That's knocked away by Moore. Coming up with it is Critchley for the Ooks. She sends it around the boards. It's kept in though by McDonald. Blocked by the stick of McDermott. Back for Sienna Yu. Setting it in front. Somehow Moore able to keep that one out of her net. I believe there's a couple of Ooks defenders in there as well. Sangera sends it back down low. McDermott trying to get it out. Gets it to Critchley, but it's turned over to Bernie. That shot goes wide of the net. Sangera. That went into the skates there of Tukachuk, and it's cleared out to center. Alandra McDonald helps get into the Ooks zone. Miller, Abby Miller, sent back in by McDonald towards the net of Moore, and Maddox Moore will hold on to the puck for the whistle. Face-off one by the Ooks in their zone. Picked up though by Isla Gunther. Gunther gets it over to Benzie. That's back up. It's the line, but Claire Carger wasn't quite there yet. She sends it across to Serena Walgie. Walgie chips it along the boards. It's taken back in the zone by Benzie. Shot back in for the Ooks by Papa Christopoulos. Sent in by Isla Gunter to the Ooks zone. Smith, McDonald sending it back down along the boards. It's cleared and up and out to Abby Miller's racing in against Ilandra McDonald. Miller checked into the boards. Coming up with the puck though is Bonnet. He gets it up to Harms. Holmes sends it back down low along the boards. Charest knocked away by Beauchamp. And Bella Sandou getting it out to center. Aria Madhas across the blue line. Clara Harms gets it across the zone. Okremchuk. Clara Harms tried to head down to find Trinity Okremchuk. Coming through now, Juliet Smitke gets it over to Okremchuk. The Aeros sent it up. Aria Manhas got it into the zone, but it heads back the other way. And briefly before it's knocked back in, Bernie and Tikachuk tangle in the Ooks corner. Back up to Sangara's shot kicked away by Moore. Knocked back down low by Dosanjh. It's picked up there by Annalyn Bernie. That went off a skate and floated up behind the net. It's knocked in front is Olivia Dosanjh, who is stopped there by Moore. Dosanjh leading the Vancouver Aeros in scoring. .9:43 to go here in the first period. Face off in the Ooks zone. Papa Christopoulos sent it around the boards. Sangara tried to send it forward, but it was taken away by Bilston. Racing in, Olivia Bilston sends it back around. Collected by Nora Ludlow. Multiple players tangling in the corner. And it's sent out and down the ice there by Carger. She was run into. It'll be an icing here against the Aeros. 9:09 now to go in the first. So both teams getting good chances here to start. The Ooks win the draw, but Edwards can't quite keep it inside the blue line. Sent back the other way. Olivia Bilston races in. Down along the boards. It's taken away by Sienna Yu, but taken back by Nora Ludlow. Try to find Abby Miller. Instead it's taken by Macy Smith. Smith sends it into the Ooks zone. She's chased. It's taken back by Miller, who gets it up to Bilston, who chips it forward into the Aeros end. Serena Walgie collects at a face-off dot in her own zone. It's kept it into the line. Charest tried to find Klaus. Klaus collected it off the stick of Smith. And it gets up to Isla Gunter. Sent around the boards there by Harms. Got cleared down the ice. Klaus in there racing to fight off the icing. Her and McDonald tangle in the corner. Coming up with the puck there was Charest. Klaus still in a battle. She takes it behind the net, from behind the net. Trying to cut through the defense there. Charest kicked away by the Aeros. Their netminder, Sophia Sanga. Bonnet can't quite handle it, the blue line. And there's a whistle on the play. It's too many players on the ice. It is a too many players call here against the Ooks, it looks like. Says referee Colleen Butler, 7:33 to go. And Ella Charest will head off to serve that one, and William will head off to a break. 7:33 to go here. Still scoreless between the Junior Ooks and the Vancouver Aeros.
Leaving it all on the ice, every game, battling for every inch of space, never taking a shift off, never letting the moment get too big. The work is done to get here, and now the real fun begins. The FSL playoffs on Silent Ice TV, including the Western Canadian Championships. Get your playoff pass for just $19.99 and get every game broadcast on Silent Ice TV. It's the best time of the year.
The postseason is just around the corner, and you won't miss any of the action on Silent Ice TV with the FSL Playoff Pass for just $19.99. Watch for that coming soon to Silent Ice TV. All playoff games are also included in your Season Pass, so Season Pass holders, no need to worry about that one. The Playoff Pass, $19.99, soon to Silent Ice TVs. Both teams getting set for an interesting playoff picture. Playoff championships hopes for both these teams. Both leading their respective regional sides. The Aeros, of course, on the top of the 14U league. Just behind are the Ooks. They'll battle in different regional championships, though, as the Vancouver Aeros, obviously from Vancouver, BC, and the Ooks hailing from Alberta. First power play of the game goes to the Vancouver Aeros after it was a too many players call against the Ooks. So we return to the player advantage for Vancouver. Puck sent around the boards there by Bella Sandu. Gets back to Sandu at the blue line. She sends it down low to Beauchamp. Beauchamp across to McDonald. Shot there goes wide. And it's cleared down the ice there by Harms. McDonald getting it up there to White. Koch sends it around the boards. Back to Evie White, who runs into Tkachuk. Serena Walgie trying to send it forward. Walgie across to Beauchamp. Beauchamp spins and sends it back around the boards. Elizabeth Koch over to Evie White, back up to Serena Walgie at the blue line. Walgie over to White. To Tkachuk. Just ringing around the boards. Harms able to poke it past. Now Walgie trying to recollect at neutral ice. Okramchuk, though, poking it into the Aeros end. Picked up by Beauchamp. Sienna Yu race again. Her shot goes wide. Abby Miller. Stopped along the boards by Olivia Dosange. Dosange across to Yu. Yu shot. That was going wide of the net. Got stopped in front, but it was sent away by the Ooks. Yu spinning high in the zone. Left there for Walgie. Walgie sends it towards Gunther at the side of the net, but that goes off the backboards. Miller can't quite handle it. Gunther sending it through. It gets up to Yu. Sienna Yu's shot is blocked by Ludlow. It gets up to Yu. Sienna Yu across. Carter can't get the shot off that she wants. It's back to even strength here as it comes out, but the Aeros made a change, so there's no one high on that right side, and coming back the other way is Abby Miller. Back to even strength, of course. Aeros now 0 for 1 on the power play as Sheree chops at it, but it goes up and out of play. 4:59 left in this first period, still scoreless between the Vancouver Aeros and Junior Ooks. You're watching 14U FSL hockey on Silent Ice TV. Coming to you live from the Summit Center out in Abbotsford, British Columbia. Ooks win the face-off. Klaus gets it back to Edwards. Edwards taking it down low, sending it around the boards. Back to Zoe Papa-Christopoulos. Aria Manhas getting it out to neutral ice. Manhas brings it into the Ooks zone now. Her shot goes wide and rings around the boards behind the net. It's poked back out. Bella Sandhu sends it into the zone for the Aeros. Kept in by Sandhu. So nearly cleared the line. She raced in to get it. Okrumchuk. Got past Sandhu at the line. Racing back though, Ilandra McDonald. She gets it up to Aria Manhas. Taken back and sent in there by Elia Klaus. Shot there from Smitke, doesn't quite get through. Clearing attempt there from Benzie, went off her teammate. As they battle in the corner. Bella Sandhu trying to send it up along the boards. As Okrumchuk took a spill there. Shot there from McDermott, goes wide. Smitke keeping it down low for the Ooks. Some late pressure here from the team from Alberta. Sent across the zone by Benzie. Beauchamp clears it out. The Aeros able to make the much needed change. Harms gets it up to Miller. Walgie though taking it away. Beauchamp can't get it into the zone. It's sent back to Serena Walgie across to Claire Carger. Tipped forward by Elizabeth Koch, who heads off to complete the change. Evie White tried to send it around to Beauchamp, but that was blocked there. And it's sent back around by Smitke. Kept in by Carger, kicked away though. Smart play from Bilston as Miller gets it into the zone. The World Cup's not for another few months, folks, but Juliette Smitke getting started early. Maya Varani. Abby Miller brings it back across her blue line. She chips it down along the boards, trying to find Sheree. Claire Carger trying to find Olivia Dosange through the zone, but Maya Varani stole. It was just past center ice. Was called an icing here. The Ooks bench seemed to disagree with that call. Looked pretty close to center ice. Well, to the center ice line, but eventually just past it. So face-off, 1:47 to go in the first. Defensive zone draw for the Vancouver Aeros. As Tkachuk sends it around the boards over to Elia Klaus. Dosange gets in there, but Tkachuk takes it away from Bernie. She collides with Yu. Gets back to Olivia Dosange, up to Annalyn Bernie. Bernie, that's blocked by Okrumchuk, and sending it back is Varani. It's cleared out of the zone and down the ice, so it'll be an icing against the Ooks here again. 1:10 now to go in the first period. As the officials discuss what the location is going to be for this face-off. Serena Walgie's shot tipped down by White, but it heads around the boards. It's back. We're in the final minute here. That shot stopped there by Moore, and Koch was skating towards the netminder. She got shoved down to the ice. Shots currently McDonald. Her shot kicked out by Maddox Moore. The Aeros lead on the shot clock. That was their 10th shot. The Ooks have 6 so far. Papachrisopoulos gets it up to McDermott. White through to Beauchamp. McDermott sending it back in for the Ooks. Serena Walgie trying to find Serena Beauchamp. But I said it'll be an icing against the Aeros. 17.9 seconds to go in this first period. Still scoreless between these two teams. This is an exchange of those taking the face-off for the Aeros. Evie White chips it back out to neutral ice. Chomped at by Bilston into the zone. Ludlow racing in. She got checked by McDonald and White, and it's poked out, and that will be it. Koch was trying to race towards the puck, but in the dying seconds of the first, it stays scoreless, 0-0 between the Junior Ooks and the Vancouver Aeros. You're watching 14U FSL hockey on Silent Ice TV. We'll be right back after this break.
Hello there and welcome to Inside the FSL. My name is Dean Millard. Thank you so much for being a part of us on Silent Ice TV. Tyrell Spitzer is the Vice President of Sport and Programming within Silent Ice Sports and Entertainment, and he is going to join us after this commercial break. We're going to discuss some names in the FSL and some future events taking place in the 19U division. All of that right after this.
Leaving it all on the ice every game, battling for every inch of space, never taking a shift off, never letting the moment get too big. The work is done to get here, and now the real fun begins. The FSL playoffs on Silent Ice TV, including the Western Canadian Championships. Get your playoff pass for just $19.99 and get every game broadcast on Silent Ice TV. It's the best time of the year.
Welcome back to the second period between the Vancouver Aeros and the Junior Ooks. We're watching 14U FSL hockey on Silent Ice TV. It's still scoreless between the top two teams in the 14U division as they battle in the last showcase out here in BC before the playoffs. Puck sent down into the Aeros zone. Miller checks Walgie along the boards. Walgie, though, comes up with a puck. Can't quite clear along the boards as Harms sends it back through. Is in the slot. Back to Smitke. Sent through to Miller, but she can't quite get the stick on it. Smith gets it poked past Harms, and racing in is Isla Gunther. Gunther. Macy Smith crashing the net. It goes off the post and in. We have a goal in the first minute of this second period. 37 seconds into the middle frame. And it's Isla Gunther getting her team on the board to start this one. Macy Smith was also in there crashing the net, but the goal will be for Gunther. Let's make it 1-0 for the Aeros early in this middle frame. As they look for their 24th win of the season. Took a chunk, sending it back down low. Gets past Bernie. That shot chipped forward by Sheree. The whistle was blown. I believe the net was knocked off. The net knocked slightly askew. Just 101 gone so far in this first period. Second period. It is 1-0 for the Aeros. It's picked up by Klaus. Her shot hit a few skates, but it stays away from the net. Varani chipping it into the corner. Ella Sheree back there battling with Sangera. Turn over to Edwards. She spins high in the zone. Sophie Edwards, her shot gets tipped up into the netting behind the Aeros net. Face off in the Vancouver zone upcoming. Very tight game between these two teams as expected. Of course, the leaders here in their division. Edwards sending it through. It's on at the stick there of Okrimchuk, and she scores. The puck bounced over to Trinity Okrimchuk. She holds it for a second and chips it up and over Sophia Sanga. We're only 1:45 into the middle frame here, and it's tied at 1 apiece. We headed into the break scoreless. Now both teams have scored, but we are back at level. Sent in by Critchley for the Ooks. As they try and rush off their recent goal. Papa Christopoulos sent it in. It's taken back by Sangera. Cleared into the Ooks zone briefly. Isla Gunther batting at it, the goal scorer for the Aeros. Papa Christopoulos towards the net of Sanga. That's knocked aside. Whistle goes here. For an icing. It'll head back into the Ooks zone. It's stolen off the face-off by Olivia Bilston. Bilston racing in. She tries to chip it towards the net. It's knocked away. Claire Carger gets it up to Isla Gunther. Carger sending it around the boards in her own zone. It gets over. Sailor Benzie chomps at it. Trying to find Gunther. But it heads back into the Ooks end. Smitke gets it up. And it's sent through. Abby Miller over to Ludlow. Ludlow's shot goes up and over the net. Isla Gunther collects from the corner. She sends it up. It's sent back in by Tikachuk. Ooks were offside though. Tikachuk bringing it back in. Tikachuk. She got tangled up there with Sangera. Poked around. Klaus sending it in front. Sheree can't get it past Sanga. Elia Klaus. Her shot blocked on the way to the net. Gets back along the boards. Aria Madhouse can't clear up to Dosanjh. Edwards into the skates there of Yu. It's chomped back. Bella Sandhu gets it up along the boards. It's taken away, though, by Edwards. Klaus's shot is blocked by the skates of Ilandra McDonald. Okrumchuk trying to head towards the Aeros net. Yu trying to poke it past. And Olivia Dosanjh's shot from distance. She goes over the glove and in to make it 2-1 and regains the lead for the Aeros. Olivia Dosanjh doing what she does best for her team. Leading the Aeros in scoring. She scored yesterday in a 16U game against the Tri-City Express, or for the Tri-City Express against Purcell. Beauchamp sending it in around the boards. Harms getting it up. It's back to Clara Harms on the board. She's checked off the puck though by Koch. The Aeros now with some extended pressure. Carter though whiffs on the shot, and Okrumchuk is bringing it out of the zone. Trinity Okrumchuk trying to get it in. Juliet Smitke there. Back Clara Carter up to Elizabeth Koch. She can clear past Clara Harms. Into the glove though of Sophia Sanga. Who holds on for the whistle. Just 5 minutes gone so far in this second period. We've had 3 goals already. They're heading into the middle frame scoreless. Elizabeth Koch chips it past to Kachuk on the boards. Koch across to Beauchamp, but she couldn't quite get the stick on it, and it carries to the corner. Ilandra McDonald sends it back down low in the zone. It's taken away briefly there by Varani. It's collected back there by Tkachuk. And Miller brings it across the blue line. And we have a penalty on the play here for a holding the stick rather. And it's against Evie White. So the Aeros now headed to their first penalty kill. The Ooks already 1 for 1 on theirs after taking a too many players call in the first. It'll be Evie White with her team in the box as the Ooks look to tie it once again here. This time at 2 in period number 2. Face off to the right of Sophia Sanga. And racing in is Isla Gunther. Gunther sends it down low in the Ooks zone. Waiting behind the net is Juliet Smitke. She spins away from the forecheck of Gunther. Smitke trying to get it up to Ludlow. That pass was broken up by Walgie, but picking it back up is Bilston, but she's run into by Benzie. And there's another penalty on the play behind the net. And it's for elbowing here. And so just 34 seconds of power play time is all the Ooks get here as Olivia Bilston heads to the box for elbowing. And so it'll be 1:26 of 4-on-4. The faceoff will head back down into the Ooks zone before the Aeros get a 34-second power play. Both teams 0 for 1 now on the player advantage. Sandhu trying to knock it forward. Harms couldn't quite take it away, and Olivia Dosanjh gets it up to McDonald. Her shot stopped there by Papa Christopoulos. She tries to run into Dosanjh in the corner. Those two tangle. Papa Christopoulos gets to it first. Ilya Klaus. Ilya Klaus bringing it through center. She's got some speed. Her shot gloved by Sanga. 51 seconds of 4-on-4 here to go in this advantage. And then it'll be an advantage, rather, for the Aeros. Puck turned over to Sienna Yu. Gets up to Macy Smith. Smith sends it into the Ooks zone. Cleared out by Charay, and it's onto the stick there of Bonnet, but that's cut off by Carger. Puck sent in front, but it's cut off by Elijah McDonald. Smitke trying to keep it in the zone for the Ooks. Gets back out into the Ooks zone. Harms getting it up to Charay. Out of the box now is Evie White. So it's a 30 seconds or so on the power play now for Vancouver. White getting across to Walgie. Bit of confusion there for the Aeros. It's cleared out down the ice by the Ooks. Sandu gets it up to you, and Manhas brings it across the blue line. McDermott, those steals. Back to try bat at it is Beauchamp. Walgie can't get it across the blue line. Shot there, stopped by Sanga, who holds on for the whistle. Both teams yet to score on the player advantage. Vancouver 0 for 2. Ooks 0 for 1. Sandu sends it around the boards to McDonald. She runs into Miller there behind the net. Heavy collision. Edwards towards the net. Sanga stops it. Papa Christopoulos sending it through. Smith getting it cleared out. And heading back through is Isla Gunther. For the Aeros. Ludlow across to Bilston. Bilston racing in. She collided with Carger, and Sanga holds the puck for the whistle. Claire Carger sending it around the boards. Sent forward by Bernie. Taken back though by Juliet Smitke. Serena Walgie trying to keep it down low in the zone. Olivia Dosange, that shot's blocked. Smitke collects in the corner. She sends it around to Clara Harms. Back up to Kylie Bonnet. Gets across and into the zone is Ilya Klaus. First shot stopped there by Sanga. Gets back to Varani though at the blue line. Her chance goes wide of the net. Bernie sending it out. Offside though are the Ooks. Carger getting it up to Bernie across the blue line. Sienna Yu sends back to Dosanjh. It's sent forward by McDermott. Racing in is Lauren McDermott. She sends it across, trying to find Okramchuk. That's knocked away. Serena Beauchamp trying to find Evie White. Gets cleared out of the zone. Maddox Moore knocking it along the boards. Serena Beauchamp, Koch's shot, that's blocked. Getting it back though is Evie White. She tries to chip it up over the netminder and gets shoved out of the crease there by Papa Christopoulos. 9:11 to go here in the second period. We will take a break. It is 2-1 for the Vancouver Arrows. You're watching 14U FSL hockey on Silent Ice TV.
Leaving it all on the ice every game, battling for every inch of space, never taking a shift off, never letting the moment get too big. The work is done to get here, and now the real fun begins. The FSL playoffs on Silent Ice TV, including the Western Canadian Championships. Get your playoff pass for just $19.99 and get every game broadcast on Silent Ice TV. It's the best time of the year.
Keep up to date with showcase recaps at FemaleSuperLeague.com. Every Tuesday will feature showcase storylines and recap key events from the previous showcase. So we get set now for the remainder of this second period, 9:11 to go. Goals from Isla Gunther, Lauren McDermott, and Olivia Dosanjh. Both teams got on the board early in that second period. As they traded goals, the Arrows with the lead. Face-off won by the Ooks. Puck chipped out by Bilston. Collision at center. It's almost taken back by Koch, but Bilston gets it to the blue line. It went to the skates of Koch. Abby Miller trying to poke it forward, but that gets knocked away. No icing there against the Ooks. Gets through up to Sandhu, Bella Sandhu, gets up to Elizabeth Koch. That's knocked away, turned over to Bonnet. Big check there in the corner of the Aero zone, delayed penalty against Vancouver. Shot there from Harms is knocked away, and Evie White headed back to the penalty box. And they're taking both. Kylie Bonnet also headed off. As those two exchanged some shoves in the corner. It'll be 4-on-4. Signals the referee Colleen Butler. Face off inside the Aero zone. It is 4-on-4 though. Charest gets tangled up in the face-off dot. Coming back the other way is Sangara. She gets it across to Isla Gunther. Gunther across to Benzie. That's towards the net of Moore, who holds on for the whistle. Just 16 seconds gone of the extra space on the ice here. Back to Sangera. That's knocked down by the stick of Klaus. Smitke gets it back up. Klaus brings it back into her zone. She gets it across to Clara Harms. That shot from Klaus goes up and into the netting. So face off again in the Aeros zone. Dosanjh gets it back to the corner. It's taken away though by McDermott. She gets it up to Tkachuk high in the zone. Tkachuk's shot stopped by Sanga. Sophia Sanga, the save percentage leader. Actually the leader really in a lot of the categories in the FSL 14U division. 948 her save percentage on the year. 10-2-0 record. Gets up to Varani. That's blocked by Ilandra McDonald. Olivia Dosanjh comes up with it. She can't quite poke it out. It's kept in by the Ooks. Ilandra McDonald. Sent around the boards. Lauren McDermott batting at it. Okrimchuk just pokes it wide. She gets tangled in the corner with Dosanjh. Lauren McDermott got it out. It's taken away though by Serena Walgie. Olivia Dosanjh back up to Walgie. Walgie brings it into the zone for the Aeros. She leaves it to a wide open Macy Smith, who can't quite handle the pass and send it past the Ooks netminder. Smith up high in the zone to Sangera. Arya Sangera waited, got it to Olivia Dosanjh. Whistle goes there. I believe the net was knocked off there. One second to go in the 4-on-4.
Good shift, girls, good shift. Trina, great job there doing the rest. Forwards, forward,
McDermott gets it back to the corner. Maya Varani setting it around the boards. Out of the box are Bonnet and White. Bonnet now racing in. Her shot stopped by Sanga, who holds on for the whistle. .5:55 to go here in the second period. 2-1 the score for the Aeros. Bilston gets it up. Long shot there from Papa Christopoulos high in the zone. Sanga saw that one. She holds on for the whistle. Abby Miller. Papa Christopoulos sends it around the boards. Sienna Yu poking it around. Nora Ludlow in the corner. Set back around. Annalyn Burney can't quite clear. Kept in It was centered there by Sophie Edwards, but taken back by the Aeros defense. Papa Christopoulos chipping it up into the Aeros end. Sangera setting it down, collected by Clara Harms. She gets it across. Juliette Smith-Key. Clara Harms getting it up to Bonnet, trying to get it out, but so it's back to Smith-Key. Sent through. Serena Walgie holds at center ice. She gets it back into the Ooks zone. Serena Beauchamp in there. Collected by Clara Harms off the backboards. Elizabeth Koch sending it back the other way. Koch keeping it in with her shoulder at the blue line, but it's poked back out by the Ooks. Evie White sending it down the ice into the Ooks zone, and it's an icing against the Aeros. So 4:16 to go here in the second period. Aeros with the lead, but they'll have the D-zone draw here. Face off to the right of Sophia Sanga in the Aeros net. She stands focused at the top of the blue paint. Varani's shot that trickles wide. Elizabeth Koch gets it out along the boards, and racing in is Serena Beauchamp. Beauchamp, the puck got left in neutral ice, but she made it over the blue line. The Ooks get it back into the Aeros end. Racing in is White. She tangles with Varani. Koch trying to bat at it. It comes up back to Sandhu, whose shot is kicked away there by Moore. Bella Sandhu back to collect. She gets it up along the board. Sailor Benzie. Critchley. Back to Varani. It's sent across. Abby Miller brings it across the blue line. She waits for her teammate. That was Ludlow across, but now Olivia Bilston trying to chip it up and over the shoulder there of Sanga. Benzie trying to clear it out along the boards. Sandhu poking it ahead. Smith finishes her check there. That'll draw a penalty. That shot was blocked by Miller. The shot from Edwards there hit her teammate. And she's down, getting helped to the bench by Edwards. Vulcanized rubber to the back of the leg. Not something fun, I can imagine. Looks like Bilston and Smith are in the box. Not sure if Bilston's is retaliatory or something. The officials come to explain to the Ooks bench. Smith threw a late check in the corner. That's what I saw. Must have missed the other shot there from Bilston, but Edwards is stopped by Sanga. It's back to 4-on-4. 2:46 to go here in the second period. 2-1 Aeros. Puck dropped in their zone. Gets cleared out across the blue line. Serena Walgie can't get it past Elia Klaus. Klaus left behind. Edwards sending it back down along the boards. Kylie Bonnet. Elia Klaus behind the net. She gets tangled up there. It's sent out and forward. Poked forward by Sienna Yu. Papa Christopoulos there checks her back. Out of her crease came Moore to knock that to the corner. And she collided there with Yu. And the whistle blows here again. I think it's a too many players call again against the Ooks. So it'll be 4-on-3 for 1 minute and 4 seconds before it'll be a regular old power play for the Aeros. Ooks unhappy with the call here from the officials. Timeout called to strategize for the upcoming advantage for the Aeros. Moore and Sanga share a fist bump, or a blocker bump, guess you could say. Or glove, depending on, how they catch. Ooks take a breather here. 1:55 to go in the second period. 2-1 Aeros the score. And face-off will be in the Ooks zone. It's 4-on-3, so lots of extra space here on the ice for both teams, especially the Aeros as they look to capitalize on the power play for the first time this morning. Ilandra McDonald, it's high in the zone, she gets it across. Bella Sandu back to McDonald, back across to Sandu. Sandu's shot got tipped behind the net. Back to collect it is Evie White. White getting it back up to Sandu. Sandu across to McDonald. McDonald tried to find Sandu. The puck chipped up and over her stick. Back across to McDonald. Sandu and McDonald just passing it between each other. Looking for a lane. McDonald just misses the post. Not sure if Moore got a piece of it there. Sandu across to McDonald, back to Sandu. Sandu's shot goes up and over the net. Smitke trying to freeze it behind on the backboards there. 13 seconds left of 4-on-4. Beauchamp gets it up high to Sandu. Sandu across to McDonald, back across to Sandu. Sandu's shot got tipped in by Beauchamp. I believe he got tipped by Beauchamp. It looks like Sandu was leading the handshake line to the bench. Potentially tipped off an Ooks stick there. Or Bonnie in front. Either way, it'll be a goal for Bella Sandu to get the insurance marker here for they now lead 3-1 over the Junior Ooks. They're just sorting out what the penalties will be, or the lack of penalties. Trying to make sure players that are out there should be the ones out there. Sets back. Puck loose behind. Very confusing. I think they left. They took out the player that was on the 4-on-4. Coincidental. Either way, coming back is Sienna Yu for the Aeros. She sends it there on Moore, who stops the advance there. It's a bit of confusion on both benches. It seems they took the player out that was serving on the 4-on-4. To give power play to the Aeros. It's the coaches for both teams. Bernie sends it around the boards. Coaches of both teams there late in that period were conversating. Vancouver bench asking, why do we have power play here? Either way, bit of confusion to end it off. It's 3-1 for the Vancouver Aeros after 40 minutes. You're watching 14U FSL Hockey on Silent Ice TV. We'll be right back with a player interview. Juliet Smith from the Junior Ooks. This is a very tough opponent. You guys are 1-2 in this right now.
Want to come out fast. Last week. Game.
Get a couple back in the third here.
For me, I want to definitely close on them a bit sooner. Obviously, make the simple plays, and for my team, just pucks and just lots of shots, lots of possession, and keep working hard, and we'll get them.
All right, thank you so much, Julia. Good luck in the third.
Thank you.
Oops.
Hello there and welcome to Inside the FSL. My name is Dean Millard. Thank you so much for being a part of us on Silent Ice TV. Tyrell Spitzer is the Vice President of Sport and Programming within Silent Ice Sports and Entertainment, and he is going to join us after this commercial break. We're going to discuss some names in the FSL and some future events taking place in the 19U division. All of that right after this.
Leaving it all on the ice every game, battling for every inch of space, never taking a shift off, never letting the moment get too big. The work is done to get here, and now the real fun begins. The FSL playoffs on Silent Ice TV, including the Western Canadian Championships. Get your playoff pass for just $19.99 and get every game broadcast on Silent Ice TV. It's the best time of the year.
Tyrell, just like the JPHL, the Female Super League, rapidly approaching the playoffs, and then the Western Canadian Championships, which will not be here. We'll be out at the Heavy Metal Place, which is kind of cool, taking the road show this time.
Those families and those athletes, just go look at that facility. You know, it's like we've seen it on the male side, obviously with that JJ Memorial. What a beautiful arena, what a beautiful experience. That kind of really irked us to, hey, let's go see if we can get our female athletes out here. They're going to love it.
Yeah, it's beautiful, as is this place as well. And a lot of eyes on the 16U division in the FSL this year. It was a newer division. People wanted it. They wanted that progression, and people are noticing the players in that division.
Yeah, I mean, the 2009, 2010s right now are, we're constantly being asked to send out information, get information to, different schools and stuff like that, which is really cool. I mean, that's what we always wanted to build, was that progression for these girls. They can work through this model. It's a different model. It's competitive checking. It's all the things that we love about the game for these females, concentrated talent. So to be able to create the pathway and now finish off the pathway for these girls to, whether it's Canadian college or university or American college or university, and create that pathway for them is pretty exciting for us.
Yeah, I think that's so awesome. And scouts from college teams and different organizations, the PWHL will be taking a look at this league as the future of women's hockey at some point, because the players that are coming out of it are dynamite. The goaltenders are excellent. Charlie Monroe, let's talk about her. A girl who plays for the Angels in a couple of different divisions, plays in the 14U, gets called up to the 16U, and every time she plays a game, she gives her team a chance to win.
Yeah, she's been incredible. Like I had a chance to see firsthand twice in Edmonton, the Vancouver Aeros program, what an incredible program. And, she took them to the brink and got a victory. And then Lloyd, got a victory. These are two really quality teams, and she put on a show, star player for that Angels program. But what I find interesting about Charlie, and I know her goalie coach very well, Alan York. I worked with him for a number of years, and Peyton, I used to coach, way back in the day. And I had a chance to talk to him, and he said, what the funny thing about Charlie is, and this is the difference between elite and just good, is she had done her research on the shootout of the Lloyd Minister players prior to. So there's a couple marquee players on that Lloyd team, and you get them in a shootout, they're the goal scorers of the team. And she had done her research knowing what moves they were going to potentially pull off, and was correct on it and ended up getting a victory. So to do the prep, she shut them out. So to do the prep work and to execute, I mean, that's just, people want to talk about how you be the best, how you be the best, how you be the best. Put in the work. Simple as that.
And have good parents from Manitoba, because that's where her parents are from the Bozeman, Manitoba area, up a little bit northern Manitoba. And so had a good chat with her dad and her mom, and we know some of the same people. And just to see her competitiveness out there on the ice, like, she never gives up on a play, and she makes secondary saves. If she doesn't make if she gives up a rebound, she's in good position for that second save.
There's a lot of quality goaltending in the FSL, but when you look at the little things in terms of the hands out and how quick the reflexes are and the skating and whatnot, I mean, those little things just separate. But I mean, I'm very impressed with our goaltending across the board in that FSL.
Indeed. I'm also impressed with some of the young players playing up. And this is nothing new for our leagues. I mean, Liam Pugh was playing in the 18U as a 15-year-old and dominating. And we're seeing that on the girls' side as well. Sawyer Gillings, Rachel Miller, who has a history with the Pugh. Their families know each other really well. These are two exceptional young girls playing ahead of their time.
Yeah, and there's a lot of attention going on those two. Gillings is, let's call it the 2011 star out of Alberta. Miller, the 2011 out of BC, both playing and being impact players at the 16U division. And they've done everything as advertised. I mean, when you get a chance to watch them, they make an impact when they're on the ice. They're a threat. Miller plays a hard-nosed, physical style play. Gillings is heads up, high hockey IQ, and can finish from almost anywhere, very high skilled. Those are just two really bright shining stars in that 16 division playing up.
And soon, they're still young enough, but we'll be progressing to your 19U division at some point earlier than you expected, because they always seem to be playing up. And that 19U division is something that's growing. You're really excited. We watched Purcell's 19U team the other day take on a JPHL team, and some of the names that they are putting on paper to bring into this 19U division, and some of the players from their 16U team that will be moving up, pretty impressive.
Yeah, and it all goes back to the national championships. They have girls from all over the world, and a different type of school, a boarding school, private education. They have international contacts, and they've brought in these high level players, and they went to their national teams and performed really well. So now, when that tends to happen, geez, I remember what this girl was like when she left. Now look at her now. Well, what that does is that created some buzz. So, Czech Republic just came off of a bronze medal win. You're going to see more Czech influence on the Purcell program. You're seeing more players that are coming from different countries that they currently have, where leading scorers from their national countries are now stepping in. It's exciting what they're doing there. But I think what's also going to happen is the spotlight they're putting on the league is also going to introduce more landing spots for some of these international players. I had an opportunity to talk to the Bow Valley group, and it sounds like they're going to land a really quality Czech Republic player. So it's starting to bring more attention not only to Purcell but also to the league as a development option. And Langley on the boys' side has done a really good job with their international program. I can only imagine their female side is going to grow as well.
Well, and Bow Valley already has Vanishkova in net too. It's just an absolute treat to deal with, and so that pipeline continues. And so something Ryan Hildeman mentioned a while ago, that Purcell has a lot of international attention, and other teams are going to be learning from that and gaining those players as well. All right, we are just about there. The playoffs are around the corner, and the attention keeps coming. And that 19U division next year is just going to bring so many more eyes onto this league, and people will start focusing on it right now with the playoffs coming up. Spitzy, thanks as always, man.
Thanks, Dino.
Welcome back to the Summit Center West Rink, where we're about to get started for the third period between the Vancouver Aeros and the Junior Ooks. You're watching 14U FSL action on Silent Ice TV this Friday afternoon. The Aeros with the 3-1 lead over this Ooks team as they battle for the top spot in the FSL 14U division. Edwards across to Papa Christopoulos. It's poked forward there by Madden Critchley. Back the other way is Evie White. So we're back to even strength. White gets away from the check of Edwards. She waits, tries to send it in front of the net, but that hit a couple Ooks skates and heads back out to center. Claire Carger trying to bring it back the other way, ran into the check there of Zoe Papachristopoulos. And it's back for Serena Beauchamp. She sends it along the boards. It's taken back by Abby Miller. She gets tangled up in the corner. As Miller gets it out in front. Batting away at it is Bilson in there as well as Ludlow. But it gets out to the corner and Beauchamp able to send it down towards Moore. She'll hold on for the whistle as she saw Bernie racing in there. Face off to the right of Maddox Moore in the Ooks net. Goes around the boards, Abby Miller. Back behind her goes along the boards there to Clara Harms. It's taken back though, Annalyn Burney. Doesn't quite get the shot off there. All the goals scored in the second period. Isla Gunther made it 1-0 for the Aeros. Lauren McDermott tied it at 1 before Olivia Dosange. Smitke got the shot off there on Sophia Sanga in the Aeros net. Olivia Dosange, the goal. That's the difference right now, as she gave her team the 1-goal lead again. And then late in that third period, Bella Sandu on the power play asterisk. As Macy Smith brings it back into the zone, it's sent back out by Sheree. Alice Sheree trying to get at it. Maya Varani sending it into the Aero zone. Macy Smith getting it across to Claire Carger. Carter clears it down the ice. Racing in is Sailor Benzie. Benzie trying to fight off the check there of Ali Tikachuk. Gunther trying to head towards the net. Isla Gunther, that one gets knocked along the backboards. Carger gets it across the blue line. The Aeros were offside though. So Verani able to scoop up the puck, and the Ooks get it back out into the Aeros zone, but it's sent back into Ooks territory. Edwards gets it up through center. It's collected back by Sandu. McDermott. Puck collected by Sangera. She gets it up to Elizabeth Koch. Koch tries to get it over to White. The puck is bouncing, and it's taken back by Nora Ludlow. Ludlow sends it to the corner of the Aeros zone. Ludlow gets it in front to Bilston. The rebound was knocked forward by Miller. But it's kept out by Sanga. 4:03 gone so far in the third period. Still 3-1 for the Aeros. Bilston sends it around the boards. Over to Miller. Miller gets it back in the corner. And Olivia Dosange, her shot into the glove there of Moore, who holds on for the whistle. Face off to the right of the Ooks netminder. Gets up along the boards to Klaus. He knocks it forward. Bonnet racing in with Sangera. Bonnet gets to it first in the corner. Kylie Bonnet run into there by Sienna Yu, and back the other way is Annalyn Burney. Burney trying to get past Tkachuk, but she catches an edge near the blue line. Or rather, I think it's going to be called here as a penalty against Tkachuk as she gets an extra shot in there on one of the Aeros. Well, it's Bonnet to the box here for the Ooks. 5:03 into the third period. Puck gets through and down the ice. Karger back to collect in her own zone. Sent up into the Ooks zone, but they clear once again. Aeros on the power play. Karger. Collecting back for the Aeros. Verani can't quite clear. It's brought in by Koch. Back for Smith. Or Manhouse, rather. Sailor Benzie sending it towards the net. Manhouse trying to shovel it forward. Benzie, that was off the skates there of Tkachuk, and it's cleared down the ice. Coming in, Koch. That got turned over to McDermott, and racing back the other way is Miller. Abby Miller brings it down the right side. She gets the shot off there on Sanga. I believe Sandu was in there trying to block the shot. Her stick flew to the corner. Sandu. Koch sending it around the boards. Up to Beauchamp. That doesn't find its way back to Koch. Edwards across Papa Christopoulos. Evie White stops. Beauchamp pokes it forward to Elizabeth Koch, and alone in front. And that puck doesn't make its way in front of the net. Ran out of time there, but she gets the puck back over to Evie White, whose shot goes up and over the net. Down on the corner. It gets out across to Bonnet, who's out of the box. Puck gets cleared down the ice, and it's an icing. A hit after the whistle there from White. I believe it's going to be interference. Instead, just after their power play opportunity ended, the Aeros head onto the penalty kill here with Evie White head to the box for the third time this morning. Face off to the right there of
Why is it outside? It's a penalty.
face off. It's directed outside. Not sure why. The referee having a conversation. It was an icing against the Ooks. That happened on the penalty. So the faceoff comes outside the Aeros blue line. Smetke back to collect. Clara Harms gets it up to Okramchuk. It's taken back by Walju. Clears down the ice for the Aeros. As Yu takes a spill behind the Ooks net. Racing in is Elia Klaus. That shot stopped by Sanga. Face off to the right of Sanga and net. Won by the Ooks. Edwards across. Back. She tries to send it down low, but Benzie got her stick on it. Holding down low was Ludlow. Bilston tried to send it on net. Bilston spinning high in zone, gets it down across. Papa Christopoulos can't quite handle. McDermott cross to Edwards, 43 seconds to go. That's in the glove of Sanga. Face off to the left now of the Vancouver netminder. Sandu cleared down the ice. Papa Christopoulos sent up to McDermott. He's in the skates there of Bilston. It's knocked back out by Beauchamp. Now out of the box is White. Elia Klaus being chased by Elizabeth Koch. Charay. Vancouver offside. Macy Smith knocked forward by Charay. She steals the puck. Ella Charay trying to get it in front of the net of Sanga. Elliot Klaus's shot. That was stopped by Sanga, but then floated to the side of the net. Verani up to Tkachuk. That's gloved by Sanga. 9:44 to go here in this third period. Still 3-1 for the Vancouver Aeros. We'll take a break. You're watching 14U FSL hockey on Silent Ice TV.
Leaving it all on the ice every game, battling for every inch of space, never taking a shift off, never letting the moment get too big. The work is done to get here, and now the real fun begins. The FSL playoffs on Silent Ice TV, including the Western Canadian Championships. Get your playoff pass for just $19.99 and get every game broadcast on Silent Ice TV. It's the best time of the year.
The postseason is just around the corner, and you won't miss any of the action on Silent Ice TV with the FSL Playoff Pass for just $19.99. Watch for that coming soon to Silent Ice TV. All your playoff games are included in your season pass. So we get set now for the remainder of this third period between the Junior Ooks and the Vancouver Aeros. 9:44 to go. Vancouver with a 3-1 lead. Tkachuk back to collect it. Neutral ice. Critchley getting it sent across. Sandu gets it into the Ooks zone. Sent around the boards. It's collected by Verani behind the net. She gets it up along the boards, trying to find McDermott. Serena Walgie chopping back at it to get it to Olivia Dosange. It's still at neutral ice. The Ooks not wanting the Aeros to get the puck across their blue line. It's cleared out by the Ooks. Down the ice. Walgie back to collect it. Set in front for Miller. Gets back up high to Smitke at the line. Now it's blocked there by Miller. And gets back the other way. Juliet Smitke back. She tries to send it in along the board. That was taken back though by White. Bilston. Carger turns the puck over. That shot from Harms doesn't get all the way through. Big collision in the corner there between McDonald and Miller. Back up high, Papa Christopoulos through traffic and in! It's a one-goal game as Zoe Papa Christopoulos, with 7:59 to go, gets one through traffic up high in the zone to make it 3-2. And Zoe Papa Christopoulos. It's a one-goal game for the Ooks. Sandu pokes it forward to Gunther. That got gloved up and out of play. That's cleared out of the surface of play. Puck goes up and over the boards. So face off once again in the Aeros zone. Sandu chips it along the boards. Benzie gets run into, checked there by Papa Christopoulos. Gunther backhands it into the Ooks blue line. Then she recollects it neutral ice. Turn the puck over on the back pass to Bonnet. Kylie Bonnet checked hard into the boards there by Sangera. Edwards pokes it out, and now Isla Gunther racing in one-on-one with Papa Christopoulos. She gets it across to Benzie, who collided with the Ooks goaltender. Crash in the net. Benzie with the shot, kicked away by Maddox Moore. Sent through. Alondra McDonald can't clear it down along the boards. It's sent down the ice though by Elia Klaus. It's an icing against the Ooks. 6:47 left in this third period. Vancouver still with the 3-2 lead. It's a penalty here against the Ooks. Sophie Edwards in the box. Gets back up to you. Her shot, and it's in. They celebrate. The Aeros had a couple people in front of the net. You realized it's Yu's goal, though. Sienna Yu. That went through traffic and in, so quick work on the power play for the Aeros, and they lead by 2 once again. So Sienna Yu on the board here. Her 11th of the season. 6:18 to go. Maya Varani sends it around. There is a penalty on the play here. The official had his arm up. Bit of confusion about the looks like it'll be Okramchuk headed to the box here. So just after the Aeros regain the 2-goal lead on the power play, they get another power play just after. I think the bench just got an unsportsmanlike penalty for the Ooks. Sheree heads over to serve it. And so it's a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes here for the Aeros. Sandu gets it across to McDonald. Back to Sandu. Beauchamp trying to tap it in. Tikachuk knocks Beauchamp along the boards. McDonald back across to Sandu. That shot gets deflected up and over the net. McDonald back with the puck. She tries to find Beauchamp down low. Beauchamp Waits, sent across. Evie White. Elizabeth Koch. Gets it up to Ilandra McDonald, high in the zone. McDonald, across to Bella Sandu. Sandu's shot kicked away by Maddox Moore. It's back up to McDonald, threw across to Beauchamp, but that doesn't quite connect. A minute to go in the 5-on-3. White trying to go for the wraparound chance. That doesn't get past Moore. Tikachuk trying to freeze the puck with Beauchamp behind the net. McDonald across to Sandu, back to McDonald. McDonald's shot stopped by Moore. It says there's 39 seconds left on 37 and 39. The players entered the box at the same time though, so not sure what's going on with the clock there, but should be a 5-on-3 still for the Aeros for another 39 seconds. Sent across to Walgie. Back to Carger. That's glove down. And that shot from Benzie goes off the side of the net. Clara Harms trying to keep it inside. Down low in the zone. Freezing the puck along, trying to freeze the puck along the boards. Kill off time here. 10 seconds left on the 5-on-3. They're still at it. Now the whistle blows. Is they're able to freeze it sufficiently. 8 seconds now, 4-on-4. As the time winds down on the 5-on-3, Carger's shot into the glove of Moore. And out of the box come Sheree and Okramchuk. Abby Miller setting it up, trying to find Bilston, but is taken back by Sangera. It's cleared down the ice by the Ooks. Bounces off the backboards, and that's an icing against the junior Ooks. So we'll head back down to their zone. 3:58 to go here in the third period. Score 4-2 for the Vancouver Aeros as they look to get a 4-point lead now on the Ooks in the 14U standings. Dosanjh gets it back on the faceoff up to Sangera. Send it back to Dosanjh in front. There's Macy Smith. She couldn't get it past, and there is another penalty on the play here. Edwards is headed off. So Sophie Edwards headed to the box. 3:49 to go here in the third. So the Aeros get their, let me check here. 5th power play of the period. And they're 4th in the last 4 or so minutes. Walgie, her shot stopped there by Moore. That's taken back, and Harms is able to clear it. Sanga opts to lead for Walgie. Serena Walgie spinning away from Bonnet. Gets it up to Claire Carger, up to Sienna Yu, who chips it forward to Annalyn Burney. That's sticked aside by Maddox Moore. Gets over back to Serena Walgie. Sienna Yu now, her shot sent towards the net. It's still loose in the crease, tapping away at it. And that shot blocked by Karger. Moore without her stick. That one tips up and over, and it's knocked out of danger by Tukachuk, and it's cleared out to neutral ice by the Ooks. Minute to go in the power play. Claire Karger waiting behind the zone left for McDonald. Andrew McDonald across to Gunther, tries to backhand it. That one goes across the front of the net and into the corner. Harms sends that around the boards. Harms trying to freeze it there. Gunther gets it out, 30 seconds to go. Karger's shot blocked by Bonnet. It gets back to McDonald though. McDonald across to Karger. That shot goes wide of the net. Gunther can't get a piece of it as she ran to the check of Smitke. Gets back up to Bernie. Bernie across to Karger. Karger's shot stopped there by Moore. It's collected by Gunther. Up to McDonald. Her shot trickles in. And it's 5-2 in the dying seconds of the power play. Not sure if it got deflected in or not. McDonald leading the handshake line. A lot of potential deflections here this morning. Well, looks like it'll be from Ilandra McDonald to make it 5-2 with 1:52 left in the third period. The Aeros take their first 3-goal lead of the morning. Puck sent in by Bella Sandu. Aria Manhas sending it back in. Sent back into the Aero zone though by Lauren McDermott. Madden Critchley back in the corner for the Ooks. Bella Sandu gets to it first, but it's turned over to Okramchuk, who leaves for McDermott. McDermott can't quite handle it. It's collected by Sangera, who clears it out along the boards. Aria Manhas on it. Manhas trying to race towards the net. She lost the puck in her skates. It went over to Sailor Benzie. Manhas was racing in. I think on the break she stepped on the puck there. So most likely be an assist for the forward. Looks like it'll be a goal. Sailor Benzie on the board to make it 6-2. Just inside the final minute of play. 58.8 seconds left. Score 6-2 for the Vancouver Aeros now. Serena Walgie sending it up along the boards. And it's whistled down for a hand pass. 49.6 seconds left. The 4-goal lead now for Vancouver. Miller gets it across to Tukachuk. That shot in is blocked by Koch. Karger. Bilston sends it back along the boards. Edwards getting it down low. Walgie runs into the check there of Ludlow. That's knocked away though. And White gets it up and across to Koch. Elizabeth Koch chases it into the Ooks zone. It's cleared out into neutral ice, and there's a late penalty here. 7.9 seconds to go. Serena Walgie looking around in a bit of disbelief here. Either way, it'll be a 7.9 second power play for the Ooks. They trail by 4 late in this third period. Face off to the left of Sophia Sanga. Face off is won by Sienna Yu. Olivia Dosange touches it. She gets it out and cleared, and that will be it. After 60 minutes, Vancouver, with a few bounces going their way and a lot of shots on net, they get the 6-2 win here over the Junior Ooks. A very tough matchup here to open their showcase weekend. Now for your 4 Vengeance Media 3 stars of the game. First star from the Vancouver Aeros, number 35, Sophia Sanga. Second star from the Vancouver Aeros as well, number 77, Olivia Dosange. And then third star from the Junior Ooks, number 19, Clara Harms. Thank you for watching on Silent Ice TV. Once again, the Aeros take it 6-2 over the Junior Ooks. You've been watching 14U FSL Hockey on Silent Ice TV. We'll be right back with a player interview. All right, I'm here with Olivia Dosange from the Vancouver Aeros. Olivia, you scored yesterday in a 16U game with the Tri-City Express. You scored today in the 14U Vancouver Aeros game. What process do you go through in order to get those goals off?
Just have positivity, go shoot the pucks towards the net, and just be positive. That's basically it. That's all you need.
All right, and you guys take the 6-2 win here against the Junior Ooks. You guys are 1-2 in the standings. A very tough matchup to start the weekend. What was the preparation like for yourself and your teammates headed into this game here?
Goldfish mentality. If you have a bad shift, just forget about it and just keep moving forward. Just keep the positivity up. Just play smart.
All right, and then you guys, again, get the big win here today. What do you want to see yourself and your teammates bring forward into the rest of the weekend and then headed towards the playoffs?
Playing just like this, smart passing, good shooting, communication. And yeah, just play our game. Play Vancouver Aeros hockey.
All right, thank you so much, Olivia. Good luck in the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
It's Olivia Dosange with the Vancouver Aeros. They take the 6-2 win over the Junior Ooks here. You've been watching 14U FSL Hockey on Silent Ice TV. This has been a 4 Vengeance Media production from all of us out here at the Summit Center in Abbotsford, BC. Thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.